We live?
We are live. Oh, what the crap is going on with my camera? What in the world?
Hey guys, we are live. According to Adam,
Hold
we
on.
are a little sidetracked for starting. I'm gonna talk. But yeah, what's up? I forgot my hat, like usual, so you don't see my bald head.
There we go. Bonkai. What else does it say? Does it just say Bonkai?
It says Bankai is the red letters, and then the characters below that says Yakuza.
Really, John? Yakuza?
That's what Joe said.
Okay. I mean, it is his name, right?
It is his logo.
Okay, so. Oh, geez. I don't know what happened. We went from like 8 viewers to 3. Hey, Kenny, what's up? Okay, so
We're playing CarX today. No one wants to see it.
right. Hey everybody, if you are in Discord, that's where I'm going to be posting the CarX stuff. We're going to just post it in the general. I don't know exactly what you need. Apparently John just says that you only need the room password and you can join from there. But the name is pretty much what the name of our stream is. It's RC Drift Talk, or it's RC Drift, I think, with Adam X, John X, CarX, something like that. And the password, here we go, is in the Discord. So we will be doing that. Open room, is it? It's not an open room. There is a password because I hate playing with random people. I really do. Shark times. Hey, so okay, yeah, I've got some shark news today. It'll be pretty interesting. Let's go over our normal stuff first, and the lobby is open and going, and I'm just kind of chilling. John is just kind of chilling in there too, or are you playing?
I'm just like doing burnouts.
You're just doing burnout. I'm gonna go find a good place where I can just like sit and chill and watch everybody. I guess I could go into FPV mode, huh? But yeah.
I'm just gonna park right next to the start on the side.
I'm just up here.
All right.
Is there an easy way to see who's up? Hey,
Yeah,
Aza's in here.
Download CarX.
Oh my gosh, Aza. Ping time of 152. That is some crazy ping time. I guess that makes sense for where you're located, huh? Hopefully you can get a pretty good connection then. Do I finally download CarX? The answer is no.
Do it. Join us.
I mean, what? How long did it take me to do anything, right? Okay, so normal things. Nice livery, Aza. Oh, look, Easy Made. Easy Made's on there. Drift Hunters? It's like, okay.
Yeah, it's from what's the name of that guys? Albo Media.
Uh-huh.
He's got a group. They're drift hunters.
Oh, okay. So I don't know if it's just me, but I definitely like the graphics. Like this is more pretty, but I do prefer the graphics in Assetto a little bit better, like from car to car. But I guess that really depends on just like how you view it, I guess. Anyway, back to our normal thing.
Are you guys up there? I'm like by myself down here. I'm kind of lonely.
Yeah, just come up and chill up here. You can do that. Okay, so just the calendar events. Same thing as usual. We got Tandem Tuesdays going on. We've got summer hours for PDX, which pretty much the real important ones are like Drift till midnight. That's Friday. And then pretty much what, Tuesday to Thursday it's 2 to 9. And Sundays, is it Saturdays or Sundays that are closed?
Saturday's closed. Sunday he's open. Which Judd's gonna start working Sundays.
Gotcha. And there's some pretty cool developments going on. Like they actually just cleared out the track. Yeah. So Kevin's was in there doing some buffing and polishing and putting down some new sealer and all that fun stuff. I just see you guys taking off. So yeah, it'll be interesting of what goes in there next. Do we know who's going to be responsible for the track layout?
I think Jake is doing a track layout
Tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay, right on. Round 4, the Oregon Drift Series is August 13th. Same bat time, same typical things that we're gonna do. DRC tires, however, keep an eye on that because we might. Well, I don't know. I don't think we'll change it up. It'll still be DRCs. For Northwest, yes. So polished, sealed concrete is what we run on. Newer tires are usually more like nice to drive on just because they're not worn out. And that edge that you're on gets you a little bit more. Huh?
Asa, thanks for waiting.
Oh.
I spun out.
Yeah, CarX is cross-platform, you guys.
Oh, where are we at? Are we in August?
We're going into August, yes.
Okay.
Why?
So we have the comp is coming up.
That's what we're talking about.
But before the comp, it's going to be Formula D in Seattle. It's going to be August 11th and 12th.
Oh, that's where you're looking up for Monroe.
And then I think right after that is the comp, August 13th on a Sunday.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay. I haven't bought prizes yet. I need to figure out what prizes we want to do. If you have any ideas of what you want to do for prizes, let me know. Because we're always trying to do novelty prizes.
Mm-hmm.
And
we
keep it.
Do JDM's RC related things.
RC related things this time.
Like it doesn't have to be like a body but like if we find like a sticker or something like that, we can do stickers.
Yeah, but then it gets, I don't know. I'd rather have it just be something stupid and fun, you know?
Sure.
At least for now. For now, at least. But yeah. So that's what's going on. If you're in Discord as well, I also posted some the things that I was working on today. So starting off with my Mini, I switched my Mini over to a IFS setup, which is giving me all the lock. Like all the lock that you can get like from the full-size cars because of I don't have any. Oh, sorry, Asa. I've never played this game.
If you follow Asa, he uses the same layout that we use when we play.
What do you mean?
Like the route that I was trying to take you earlier, and then you overtook me, and then you went a different way. But yeah, so we don't go to uphill; we go to downhill.
I don't know. I just started going. I'll let someone pick up, or Asa, if you want to pull ahead. So for all y'all, I am playing with my 7PXR today because apparently it's a thing for connecting your radio. Or at least there's that new 3D printed device that you can plug in and all that fun stuff, which...
Now look like this.
Yeah, I feel like I've been doing that for who knows how long now. And I even had like the old school orange one. Oh, where are we going? Oh, it's a Miku body. He has Miku on his body.
Nice.
I do feel like with the controller it is a little bit easier. Although with the controller I have to have like the little extendy joystick thingy so I can drift. Okay, anyway, back to the Mini. So I have put in IFS, now I have full lock. It's so the Shark IFS is pretty interesting because it moves all the weight high up above, which is kind of cool, right? So what it's doing is I can feel the front end leaning over and gripping a lot more. So to be able to, oh, that's a sharp corner. But it's gripping on the front end a lot more, right? So someone else can lead because I don't know where you're going. But yeah. So when I'm in the corner, I feel it transition a lot smoother, a little bit more aggressive of a transition. If I look like I'm totally off like pace, that's because I am. I'm only here because of you guys.
Adam Foley, he plays this every day.
No. What I will say though is other things that I've done. I installed a belt drive, the belt drive for the Shark, and that's been actually pretty sick, right? You saw the pictures, right, John?
Yeah.
Now, the funny thing is that I thought that I wanted to put it on my Galm to be my Yogi to start off with, but it's totally lame because if I did that, then it would just be a Shark. Like literally, it'd just be another Shark.
Cool.
So we're not going that route. But man, oh man, in the Shark, did it make such a good improvement. Like it feels like it carries speed a lot better. Pickup into the momentum or into speed is a lot quicker too, which is kind of odd. I guess I'd rather say that the biggest difference is moving to 3. It's more of a 3-gear setup than a 4-gear setup.
Yeah.
Because you're getting rid of a gear. Well, you're getting rid of all the gears, right? And using pulleys. So now I wonder if I set it up for torque setup, or like 3-gear setup on the Derpidoo on my Yogi, if that'll do the same thing. I'm kind of curious in that. So I might do that. I might do that tonight, actually. We'll find out. Apparently, I can't go over borders. Not very well. Okay. And apparently I can't play at the same time either.
And talk. It's
Yeah.
hard. Because I'm trying to concentrate and not crash.
Well, trying to keep my topic straight, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. Let's find a viewpoint. We're gonna cruise. Where's a good viewpoint? Oh, there's a temple. I don't think anyone else is on. I haven't seen anyone else get on yet either.
Oh, my bad. I see you switch cars.
I'm just gonna chill out right in the middle of this intersection here. Okay. Let's see. Discord. Bring me Discord.
Are you doing roast my rig right now?
Yes and no. Okay, so talked about the Shark, did the belt drive. So also on the Mini, this concerns the Mini and the Yogi because I basically had to switch front ends. Mainly because of the IFS setup requires the screw-in type of front upper on the Shark, on the Shark platform.
Huh?
So I had to switch those because I only had the Rev D setup on Whoa. The Rev D setup on the Yogi. So I switched it out, which means that the Yogi got the front uppers from the Yokomo, and that one didn't go over so hot. So I need to figure out that one. Not to mention that it always sounds like broke or something's like rubbing the wrong way. And Austin in Roast My Rig has his Midnight Mini posted.
Nice.
So kudos to that.
Cool. I
Except
gotta look at the Discord, so hang tight.
It's not quite complete yet. He's still got the his ESC just hanging off the rear end. It's not attached yet. Not really. But it's the Hobby Wing D10 motor. I think it's the Yusakani or the Onisiki servo.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that. It'll be fun. I promise it'll be fun. That's for sure. Okay. Product watch. Let's go over there because I started posting product watch in
Discord.
In Discord, yeah. Let's go over there. So there's quite a few things that showed up in product watch today, or not today, but over this past week here. And you guys, if you want to join the game here, you can go. Well, I guess I should post the Discord link.
Yep.
That might be critical, huh?
There's apparently if you click tab. Oh, Asa, are you driving? We'll watch you.
Oh yeah, you can go over to the camera. He just jumped out.
Okay.
And he's back in. There we go. We've got Asa on the stream. Yeah.
There we go.
Okay, in chat, we are posting the Discord link. So hop into Discord. The code is in the general chat. If anything, I guess I can just bring up the chat or the code right now, which if you're listening, it's 334195. The room is called something to the effect of RC Drift Talk Adam X John X CarX, something like that.
If you join using the pin code or password, you don't need to know the name of the room. They'll take you to it.
Asa got some speed.
No, Asa's pretty fast. Crush speed dialed. All right, so what's in product watch?
It's because of Miku.
Right.
Okay. So first thing is actually what you also wrote down on the doc, John.
Okay.
So it's the Wrap Up Next RDX conversion.
Mm-hmm. I'm actually pretty excited about this one. I know it's gonna be pretty expensive, like any wrap-up kits or conversion kit.
Hold on, let me try to get this up on the thingy.
Okay.
I'll put it like a little window capture. Discord.
Yeah. Oh, I just realized that all the streams I'm eating.
Yeah. Why is it so small? Oh, I guess it's here.
Who's that? Someone else is here. That's not Adam.
Cheddar Pud on an Xbox.
Oh, that's I think that's Charlie. Charlie, is that you?
If you're doing anything in game, I can't hear. I have that stuff all the way down, you guys.
Oh, that's DJ Moore.
Oh, right on. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out a way how to put this while we can still see stuff. I'll just throw it up here in this top corner over here.
I can't drive yet. I gotta talk about the chassis conversion.
Okay.
It's pretty good looking, right? Like That's pretty cool in my opinion.
So I think it's funny because this is the first time that you've actually said that it looks cool, it looks good as
You
a
wanna
chassis
know
conversion
why?
because of the battery convert.
No, it's because it's just a rectangular chassis. It's nothing too fancy. It's nothing too like cut so many lines.
hmm Did you
Like
see? Did you see Austin's?
yeah, Austin's is pretty cool. I like Austin. Austin Martinez or Austin M. His is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I like that,
It
but they're not available, and it's hard to order it.
so it's interesting, and not to mention it was cheap. He said it was like $56.
Don't tell everybody because I still need to get mine.
But okay, so the interesting part about Austin's, and I wish I had a picture of it, but it was more stiff than the FRP deck, and I got to drove Sam's, and it like Sam's drove good, just not to my liking because it's not my style. Austin's felt like completely unhinged, which like it was super fast that way, but other than that, like you had to be on the ball in terms of driving it, which like
Not my style.
huh.
It's not my style, but I think it's tuning too because a lot of the guys that switch out they have a conversion and stuff. The car completely feels different.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I think what I'm anticipating also, and this is why I say I want to get a second chassis or a second RDX, is because you can do a wrap up front end on it.
I mean, so if you can do a wrap up front end, then that means you can do any Weddy too.
Depends because I think this is a proprietary front end, like how it mounts to the chassis.
Right. So the way that they originally did like the VX Stocks one from Wrap Up Next is that they essentially went to they essentially made like an adapter plate that bolts to the bottom of the chassis and then even raises the VX stock one a little bit higher so you can get it on there.
Maybe that's how they did it too. It's hard. It's not clear. I mean, you can see it, but it's not very clear.
So as far as this goes, it looks like just the regular VX stock.
Because you can do like an RDX style. You can do a RR style to where it brings it to the back
Right.
with the RR gear unit, and I think there's a plate that you can get for the RR style.
It comes with it. Oh
I
wait,
don't-
no, it doesn't. Never mind. It does not come with it.
Separate piece.
You can order it as a combination.
Then you can do the FRP style of the with the side deck type.
I don't like that though.
Yeah, I'm not too big of a fan. And then there's also a guy that's making a carbon plate that fits that, so you cover up whatever's in the middle if you're using the servo on the very front.
This okay. This picture was confusing me to begin with, like because I didn't realize that it was using the Wrap Up Next uppers. So that's kind of cool.
Mm-hmm. Basically, they're using the YD2.
So YD2 bulkhead.
Yep. And then the Rev D arm holders. So it's kind of cool. It's something different. I'm interested. Let's just put it that way, because I haven't been super interested in all the other kits. Now the koi fish one, that one's kind of interesting, but I'm not a big fan of like making your chassis look like a fish. I don't know. It's cool, but I'm like not my typical go to like, oh hey, that looks cool.
I mean, it's not even what do you want to call it? It's not even like a fish, right? It just has like the cutouts as if it was a fish.
Yep.
Oh, wow. Apparently you count points while you're in doing the thing too.
So that means I'm last place right now?
No, you're winning, supposedly, as far as points go.
Really? Cool.
What I'm curious in is that it says that Az is playing on keyboard,
Asa, are you on keyboard?
which I don't believe it. If he,
All right. How do you get to that tab?
yeah, you just hit tab. I'm learning
Oh.
as I go, you guys. So that's what's going on.
Chucky. Who's Chucky? Chucky. Charlie's that Chucky?
What
I
else
think
did you
you set up a Discord for CarX.
I mean, so technically, we could be in the Discord for like we could be talking in the Discord right now. I'd
Okay.
rather not because of the whole stream thing.
Very good.
Like we'll probably we'll plan another one, right? Or if like we all get done with the stream, then we can go hop into the Discord room and all talk about what we want to talk about.
Whoa!
What?
Someone just flew by me.
Okay, so I was talking about the Shark conversion belt drive kit, and here it is. Oh, nope, never mind. I mean, here's a picture of it. And let's see, roast my rig, because I posted the picture of it. Here it is. So it's really subtle from the back. You can't really tell that it is belt drive unless like you actually look at it. There's a cool progression that you see here when you're comparing this like this version of it to the GOM version of it. It feels like this is more refined than the GOM 100%, just because like everything like fits really, really well. The sound that they were talking about, it's just a normal belt driven car sound. So if you've never heard one, that's normal. But yeah. This is also interesting because it doesn't require you to use like an offset outdrive like the GOM does. Just a regular CLSD for the YD2. Equal drive links, and then you pretty much just slip on a that plastic part. So that little plastic ring gear there, that just goes right over the 52 tooth ring gear of the diff, and like it just kind of sits in place and it goes. It's pretty sick. Really good iteration of it. I like it. So if you do have a Shark and well, actually, I'm curious if anyone has a Shark with just running 3 gear. Because I think this is probably going to feel more like that. I went from a 4 gear setup down to this, which is more equivalent to the 3 gear. Okay. Super D also posted this Pulse Master, which, okay, John, what are your feelings on all of the Accuvant stuff? Because it seems like there's so many just capacitor-based products that claim that they do things, but do they really? I'm sure there's more circuitry in it. It's just, I don't want to spend that much money just to...
Just like, so, like this, a capacitor that will ran forever. It just has a nice cover to it. I feel like they do something because, I mean, you spend $20 on the CQ1, right?
Mm-hmm.
Car will run for a while if you unplug it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, but that is just a capacitor. This is claiming that it's going to essentially clean up the pulse so that your signal is more direct and more clean going to the receiver, which in all essence is technically just another capacitor.
I haven't used one, so I couldn't really say, oh yeah, it's this and that.
Right. But it's like
I would like trying.
It's like almost $60. It's crazy. It's 56, something like that. Asa, I think they're all waiting on you, man.
They want you to lead.
Maybe, I don't know. Hey,
another product too. GGT posted that the new Yokomo pit bags
I heard
was
they were.
available.
Yeah, they're already out, right?
Yep, they're already sold out. Like before, like I guess the ones that they got was spoken for.
Hmm.
Uh, I believe Tandem RC got them as well, and I think that's what I saw today. But yeah, for a bag for under $100, that's a pretty good bag, I think.
I have problems with it though, because
Doesn't have a roller.
I mean, the roller is like that. That's fine because it's only 2 cars, right?
Yeah, and then you can't put your remote in there because it really fits the car.
It's that. Like the
So-
Futaba bag has that available. Like it's a little bit longer, but at least you can like just have everything all at the same time ready to go.
So my only problem right now is like basically when I have if I am bringing the Yokomo pit bag, I have to lay it down because small trunk problems on the 8.6. But
And the Corolla does it too.
The Corolla's a hatch. You can take off the cover, and I think you'll be fine.
Yeah, I could be fine.
Mhm. But with me, like I have no option because I don't have like a hatch cover that I can take out. So like I have to lay down. Basically, what I do is I take out the 2 bags that has the drift cars. I lay them in the trunk, and then I lay my bag down. So that's the only complaint I have with it. But I figured I just wanted a bag that's like put it in the trunk, drive off. But who knows? It'd be cool. I want to see it. Like I want to see one in person. I wouldn't mind using it for like multiple car kind of day. Especially, we're bringing some stuff back like the Mini, and if we go to Expo, it'd be nice to have. Carrying.
I could see myself doing this as a 1 car and then like everything else in the other bag.
Yeah.
Like, or technically, like the way that it's shaped, it could probably just fit the 2 shorter cabinets or 2 shorter drawers in the bottom, and then you could just stack your car on the top.
Yeah, that could be it.
That'd be cool. That'd be fine. Because then you'd have your your spot for your radio, and then like my other drawers you typically use for just like random crap, which is a lot of random crap.
Right.
That's of course if it is the standard box size, right? Which it looks like it is. It looks like it's a standard box. And they also have like this little handy nifty lipo carrying case too.
That's pretty cool because it's actually LIFO safe. So if you are traveling in an airplane, it's pretty small and it's square or rectangular, like the way it's shaped. It's nice.
You know what's funny though? And so this one, the picture that it's showing right now has 6 shorties in it, right? So if you're a racer and you're buying like the premium high dollar batteries, you're over $600-$700 just in that small little brick of batteries.
Why did you have to do the breakdown?
It sucks, huh?
Well, I mean, think about it. Last night on that floor where we did the group picture, we had at least 100K sitting on the floor.
I don't know about 100, but yeah, we're high.
Yeah, we're high up there because I mean, if you multiply each car by 2,
not every car. No, I mean, there's a lot of just basic cars.
Conversion after conversion, all the electronics. I'm pretty sure at least my RDX is at like, I don't know, roughly $1,600 without the radio.
No, can't be.
No, sorry, not the RDX.
I was like, no way.
The REAR, possibly. I have to do my calculation. My math's probably wrong.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the other part of it is just like what's actually on the chassis, not the path that you took, but what's actually on the chassis this very, very moment. Okay, you guys, if you are looking for a radio, Futaba USA is actually having a deal where you can buy a 10PX, 7PX, 7PXR, and they are sending a free carrying case with it too. So the code is free-tx-case 23. They also dropped the map pricing on the 7PXR by $100. So if you're in the USA, that means that the 7PXR is a $599 radio. So, I mean, it's kind of funny, right? Because you see most of the 7PXRs that are for sale, that are used, going for around like $400 to $500 pretty easily, if not more. And you get a carrying case, so that's kind of cool. At least I think it's kind of cool. It is a good time for a radio if you are in the market. Let's just say that.
Right. I'm sending Alex feed
the code.
Oh, I don't have the code, so if you want to send it to me, I wasn't paying attention.
I mean, the code is 334195.
No, not that code. The other code.
What's the other code? For it's under the product watch.
Okay, cool. I'll find it.
Which, if you've been in Discord lately, you'll know that I added the for sale section as well as the product watch. Yeah. So for sale, if you are posting something for sale, make sure that it's done right. Pictures of of the chassis with the body, or just with whatever you're selling, right? Prices, make sure that it's like what it actually is instead of what it was in the past, and what it looks like now. Let's say that. And if you are doing the for sale, this is just a place to like start the conversation and let people know. Do DM those people if you are genuinely interested.
Cool. There's nothing in there yet.
Who is yeah. So I saw Austin post his ZX in that chat.
Uh-huh.
Who's Schmaplex team? We'll answer a question with a question.
My question with your question?
Well, just a question with a question. Okay, so we actually don't have any topics really lined up for this stream, you guys. And wow, I have not been paying attention to chat at all. Okay. Well, I guess there's not too much.
Everybody's drifting.
Kenny, if you're still watching, who is Baka Drift? Baka Drift will donate 2 prizes. I ordered one. Okay. Baka Drift is... Yeah. Ask and...
Oh, we're coming from Seoul, South Korea drift shop.
Oh, that sucks. Az's points reset every single time he changes cars. Mitch, are you in? I mean, hopefully. Counting radios too, it's well over 100k. Yeah. So if we count the number of 7PXRs and 10PXs and everything, yeah, it's scary, you guys. Like the net value of just nerds drifting toy cars, like on a Friday night, is absolutely crazy.
It's growing from what we saw.
It's what?
It's only growing.
And apparently that wasn't even like that was a busy night, but not like the busiest that it's been.
It's pretty busy. Like I want to say, like the first few Fridays was like pretty intense too. Like,
oh yeah, like one of the first times that I went there, it was literally like you were waiting for a spot on the line, right? Just to be able to like figure it out. Who is Axial 420?
I think that's Austin. Austin, is that you?
The holographic effect on his livery is pretty sick.
I saw that, and that's why I decided to drive.
We can do free shipping on the RDX right now for the stream. Oh,
From
well, that's
Korea?
cool. Is that what that is?
Is that sample text or sample X or something?
Yeah.
He said he's from Korea, South Korea, not North.
Oh, gotcha. I'm getting my icons mixed up here. All the way. We live for the nerds. Yes, we do. Oh, okay. So coming from Seoul, South Korea, it's a drift shop. Okay, right on. It would be cool to know what kind of things that you carry. And also like what kind of shipping, like if you're doing shipping, and what brand names are you carrying? If you do have a overdose aluminum transmission case for a Golem, that's what I've been trying to look for. Anything you've been looking for, John?
Not at the moment. A cooler RDX conversion kit that's within the price range. No,
What
but
is the price range though?
Realistically, I'm not looking for a whole lot. Let's see. Yeah, I don't have a whole lot right now as far as like what I'm looking for. So
Austin, just so you know, my mini is 100% done now. Went to Judd's house and tuned it, ready for Friday.
nice.
I mean, I probably won't bring mine next time, so there's that. No, I will. It's cooler now. It's literally a McShark with, well, I mean, it's a McShark with IFS, so it'll be cool. Oh, here's the funny thing. I put my IFS set together on the mini. I didn't have any problems like what Judd was having.
So are you saying I need the IFS for the Shark?
I mean, for a mini, it's pretty sick being able to get full lock.
I
Like
bet.
all the lock. Pretty sick indeed. Okay. So let's go back to chat. It's kind of funny because I'm switching in between two different chats. Kevin gave me the best price on a 10 by far on my 10px. Well, that's cool. Do you guys? Yeah. Oh, he posted it?
I didn't see it up there.
I don't see a website posted. Okay. Well, we'll keep an eye on that.
So let me see if I can post that on there too. Okay, image. I must. Can make me do Discord. Too many apps. Just so I can.
So let's see if we can get a few topics from the
chat?
stream here. Yeah. Yesterday night, you guys, was an absolute blast being at PDX Underground. I showed up around like 4 o'clock, so it was pretty light duty when I got there. And then as people filled in, it got pretty darn busy, but it wasn't like it wasn't overbearing. Good time. I left around what, 10:30, 11? Yeah. I didn't get home until 12:30, which is funny because that's when Judd got home. But he lives up there.
Yeah, I was gonna say I got home at like 11:45.
Right. But yeah, good times. We like the entire region has done such a good job at learning how to drive and just being able to like pick up the speed and like get going on things, right? Like, what are your thoughts on the actual drivability or just the skill that people have now versus when they started, like when PDX started?
I would definitely say that everybody has um, leveled up as far as driving. Um, there are a few guys that are. The only complaint that I hear from a lot of people is everybody just wants to follow. No one wants to lead. Um, so other than that, I think it's like there's new guys that showed up there and a pretty well diverse following as far as the drivers go. I think we had kids that was driving under the age right around the age of 11 or 12, and then we had a couple older guys that drives as well. I
Yep.
think it's going to be on their, let's just say, older than me, because I think I'm one of the oldest there. But there's definitely two older guys that was there, and I was like, oh damn, they're drifting. Like, this is cool. So
Yep, and they also there was also race camp, which is what was happening earlier that day. So that was interesting to kind of get at the tail end of that.
oh, and we get actual drift drivers also that goes there.
Mhm.
I'm not gonna name names. That way they don't get too bombarded when we're out there. But it's cool to see some wheel drivers out there drifting RCs as well.
Now,
So,
is it kind of like their first intervention with RC drifting, or like?
I don't think so. I think there's always been like a RC thing, but like RC drifting was like one of those things. It's like, yeah, it's RC drifting. How cool could it be? Like sometimes that's how it is, or how much fun could it be to where they've actually been there every other Friday that they're available. So, and they think it's pretty cool because they actually posted it on their Instagram.
Uh-huh.
So I think that's part of the reason why there's a lot of people that are like, oh, there's a place to drive, and there's more. I think there's more outlets or kind of advertising, I guess, for PDX.
Uh-huh. Yeah, for sure, for sure.
So it's pretty good overall. The energy level is definitely different. But it looks like we're taking somebody from NWH though, because last night's jam was Adam just jamming on tuning cars.
I mean, okay, that is me wherever I go, right? Like, oh, I suck. I'm sorry, Azza.
Adam is becoming the resident tuner.
That's not
PDX.
true. That's not true. But I will say that, like, the only thing that was really wrong with Judd's car, like the Shark, because he's been having a pretty big issue with trying to get the car to like react the right way. It was just it was a spring change. That was all that was really needed. Other than that, the car felt pretty planted. Oh no, oh no, no. I don't know what I'm doing.
Unfortunately, there's that, right?
What's that?
Sorry, I got distracted. I'm reading a comment on the chat.
Oh, I'm going backwards on the oh, nope. That didn't like me at all. Oh.
Yeah,
I'm way better in Assetto, you guys.
it's so the popular chassis is definitely the RDX, just because now it's finally available to some people, and the local hobby shop, which is Hobbytown in Clackamas, they actually got a little bit of shipment in, so there's some of those floating around, and I think they might have one or two more.
Kevin also just put in the Rev D order too, right?
I can't confirm that because not part of that group.
I mean, apparently.
Mm-hmm. But it'd be cool to see more RC drift related products at the pro shop at PDX RC Underground.
So, speaking of that, so I have a bad habit of just using my whatever tires are on my car. So in this case, DRPs, right? Because we use DRPs at PDX. So without thinking about it, I just throw my shark on the concrete today and just like go at it. I'm like, oh, whoops.
Dang.
So yesterday I bought 3 sets of tires, 2 sets of wheels.
Last night?
Yeah, dude.
Jeez.
I mean, that's what happens when you bring 4 cars. Yeah. Was it 4? Yeah, I brought 4.
Mhm.
So I brought both minis, I brought the RMX, and I brought the Shark. Oh, okay. The RMX was weird, but it does prove a point. So by the end of the night, you guys, basically, you have so much traction just because of how hot it was, like in the room. Have you noticed that, John?
Yes. So like when basically when I put my car down, the first few laps, it's like holy crap, I haven't driven in a while, and then the tires warm up and they hook up pretty good. So like
Right.
mid battery pack, like maybe a little before, the driving is definitely different.
Yep. Like, so my RMX was so gripped up that like I couldn't even power out of the I couldn't even power out of a drift. Like I had to turn my gyro down so much just to be able to get it to rotate.
Mhm.
It was really interesting because I've never had that problem before.
Yeah, so like I'm learning that I can use, well, I sometimes I have to e-brake to like transition, or like I have to power into a corner just to like get it a little bit more sideways.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. What do we got here? Gotta download the game, so I'm sliding in my garage. Boo! Oh, loving the new torque rotor. Yeah, man. So, for any of you who have a Fledge, and a level 38, that's the stock rotor that comes with it. If you have a problem with it, like free spinning, or basically it feels like it's almost kind of like a little bit of a boost, like at the end of like a turbo burn. It pushes your car into places where you don't want it. Try the upgraded torque rotor because that'll get rid of a lot of the wind, like the lack of a wind down. It'll bring the torque back up on the car and basically instead of just like free spinning the entire time all the way back down to the normal RPM, it'll bring it back down because of the torque of the motor. Pretty cool. Level 38 is stock, level 45 is like the torque option rotor. It seems like it's a lot, but it's not. It's a very, very minimal upgrade. Not one that you can like really feel in the magnetic force, but and it's really subtle while driving, but it is there. It's, you also have the ability to buy the Agile as a level 42. So there's that. If you guys are waiting for me, don't wait for me. I'm just kind of in the way, I guess.
Yeah, I'm reading all the comments. All right, I'm going up. Let's do this.
I'm just gonna park myself over here. Let's see how good John is in his fire engine red BRZ.
It's GT86. Well, this one's an FRS actually.
It's not even that. What's the actual name of it?
I don't, honestly, I don't even know.
Does it say right next to it?
Not in the game.
I think it. I don't know. I don't.
What?
It says Asura M1.
Something like that.
Is that the name of the car? Oh, seen many folks riding the Hydra. Yeah, so Hydra's the thing. I got mine 2 weeks ago, and it's been good. I wouldn't call it necessarily an upgrade. It's just a little bit of weight savings. The chassis stiffness is very comparable to what the original deck is. That is the standard deck. I don't have the flex deck. I didn't have very good impressions trying to use the flex deck, or making the original deck like have a little bit of flex. It just wasn't right. But other than that, like the standard decks does really, really good. So I'm down for that. Okay, so maybe we'll have to do Matsuris like separately than doing streams.
Well, we can do streams, but I think if we do it, it would just be a stream of everybody talking.
Yeah, that's my point. I mean, technically,
Sorry, guys, I forget to go into the pit lane like when I'm driving.
You're not sorry.
Because I'm like, I'm just gonna go over there and do a 180, and then I'm like, oh yeah, we normally go in the pit lane.
Okay. So, I mean, other than that, there's not a lot that's really gone on. Is there any specific topics that you want to talk about? Do you guys have any questions in there about RC Drift?
Oh, when's the next comp?
The 13th.
No. When's the next PDX comp?
We don't know.
And when are we gonna do the little mini RC car show?
Oh, I don't know. I'm not a part of that group. Well, I mean, I'm part of the PDX group. I'm not part of the planning group.
Right.
RPM versus torque. That's what we want to talk about.
Okay. I don't know. I kind of like to have both.
Let's do a comp/car show. What's the best beer to drift with? We missed that Portland beer. I don't know. I don't actually drink, you guys. Besides that though, okay, so RPM versus torque. Do you want the broken down part of this? Because
yes.
Okay, so if you're just driving RC cars, John, what do you actually consider in a motor? Like what makes it good to you?
How smooth it like basically how smooth the inputs or feel of the motor. Like I don't like it when it catches and it makes me spin out. But I also like how torquey some of the motors are. And you can actually feel that.
Right. So I mean, for you, how would you explain what does having a torqueer motor do for your chassis?
So it helps with like a weight shift from front to back. That's one of the things. And then I think these guys are fast. Sorry, I'm trying to not crash out. But yes, I'm not doing too bad because I can keep up.
Maybe I should turn collisions on.
Oh, of course I hit the tire wall like I did at Spirit Peaks.
Juju, are you referring to CarX or are you referring to RC cars? Be specific, you guys. We're doing two different things at the same time here.
All right, so I guess for the motor, so a lot of the motors that's not AccuVans for me. So with AccuVans, this is a 15.5. Is
this what you guys do? Like when you're in CarX, you just like chill out in the garages?
Oh, there's a garage you can chill out at? I didn't know about that. It's a car show. It's a car meet. But so like some motors, like when you're driving, right? This is a bad example. So on some of the motors, like when you spin the com or where the pinion goes on the motor. Um, Sometimes those are very, very notchy. It like clicks on the AccuVance one. You can feel the torque, but it's still kind of smooth. It's not very like click, 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 like you
Mhm.
would with like some of the race motors or even some of the 8 scale motors. Like you can actually feel it go click, click, click every time you spin it. So my problem with that, if it's not AccuVance or it's not smooth enough, it messes you up when you're driving. Sometimes it helps you if it's not super torquey. Like the AccuVance works for me. Um, Basically, it acts like an e-brake or a drag brake. Um, that's what I don't like about some of the motors. But lately, ever since I got turned into using the AccuVance, it kind of fits my driving style more because I don't like to be very I guess I don't like the drag brake feel. So like even on my tunes, I make sure the drag brake is at zero or almost at zero if I can get it to that because I want my car to just roll
Mhm.
when I'm driving. I don't want it to like notch and like e-brake quickly or something.
Right.
So I like that almost free spin type, but not free spin. Um and then I don't know the power delivery, like when I
Oh
pull
my
the trigger,
gosh. What
it's pretty good. So that's kind of like what I look for when I'm looking for a motor, something that fits my movement. When I move my finger, I want that motor to go as well. That's why my gearing is not like everyone else's gearing. Everybody's running like, oh yeah, you got to run 20 with an 84 so you can get all the torque out of it.
drag brake all the way. Judd, what are you talking about? You can't get any drag brake with those D10 motors. So let's break it down a little bit deeper. So more specifically to chassis characteristics and what your motor does for you, right? So we know that as far as we're talking about motors, we have motors that are defined by the number of turns in the motor, right? You started out with Hobbywing. Anyways, so
Now, I think he's trying to tell AccuVance that we need sponsors because we talk about AccuVance all the time.
yeah. I mean, we were talking about putting it in a race buggy the other night too, so there's that.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, it's pretty interesting.
I mean, okay, so side note about AccuVance. It's not necessarily AccuVance is like marketed towards drifting. It's just that's what they're good at. So that's why we associate AccuVance and drifting. It's not necessarily what they like inherently wanted to do, right? But that's how it came to be.
Mhm.
Okay. So back to turns of motors. So we have like 10.5, 13.5, 15.5, whatever turn, right? So the lower the number, the more RPMs you go, but the less torque you get, right? And exactly the opposite. The higher number you go, you'll get more torque, but less RPMs. Ultimately, that's why you see like 25.5, 35 turn, 55 turn motors in like the crawling world, right? You want all that torque. Oh, Juju is asking, it's JD, right? Or DJ?
No, that's not good.
Um, what tires are you on in CarX, John?
Oh, CarX
Mm-hmm.
should be whatever. I think he's asking in real life.
No,
Are you
he
asking
he
about
says CarX. He's asking CarX.
what tires?
Yeah.
Oh, those are one of the options. I don't want to. I have to exit out to find out for you. Basically, I look for the one. I've always liked the Drift Hunter ones. But yeah, it's a drift tire. I don't know which one though. Like I look at pictures and I'm like, oh, I like that one. Hey, Adam, it's your RC car.
Right? Except
Mustang.
mine doesn't have like a huge supercharger on the front end of it.
Mhm.
Okay, so
But
going
yeah,
going back to the turns of motors, so the idea of it is like high number, high torque, low number, more RPMs. Now you can utilize it in a few different ways, right? And we can relate this to like V8s versus like 4-cylinders, right? High displacement 4-cylinder engines, where they're making 4-cylinder engines, or just like little Honda Civics are making their power, and they're able to get the power up at the high RPM, right? Whereas like a V8 has all the torque at like a low RPM. So join by password. Yeah.
It's 334195.
You can actually type it out in chat too, John.
And here, 34195.
I wonder what would happen if like casually you'll just like try this number sometime in the future and see whose room is it going to be. Okay, so going back to the whole RPM thing. Wow, it sounds like I'm really spastic today.
We're distracted because we're playing at the same time.
Right. So RPM is great for those drivers who tend to be like pretty smooth, or who utilize the pitch movement of their chassis like via the throttle, right? It's the same thing with torque. Like the whole idea is moving the throttle. It's just where you want to move the throttle at. So the way that I tune my AccuVant stuff, I have a Fledge 10.5 in my Shark right now, and essentially I have my boost set pretty high so I can actually get the RPMs up there, so I can get the front end to actually like articulate. From that articulation, I can get the rear end to squat and get my traction going forward. With a higher torque motor, so say like with a 13.5, the torque is already there to begin with. You don't have to try as hard. You don't have to boost as hard to be able to get the amount of torque that's already there. And more so, like as far as like torque versus RPM goes, RPM motors tend to have what's called, we're calling it free spinning, which is what I was talking about earlier, like with those Hobbywing D10 motors, where it feels like it takes forever to just wind down and get back to normal. So if you aren't running drag brake with those like high RPM motors, it kind of feels weird. Like it feels like you're being pushed out to the corner when you don't want to be. Have you had that problem yet, John?
Yeah.
And what was your fix for it?
Try better.
Drive better. I mean, there is partial truth to that, right? Because there's the point where it's like you have to be able to anticipate your car, right?
Yeah. So let me park my car real quick because I was playing around and I partially heard part of that. So you're talking about when your car grips up and you can't steer and you just push your shoe to the corner. Is that what you're talking about?
Off throttle, yeah. So like say if you're getting to a long sweeper, and you need turbo to be able to like get you through the sweeper, right? Mm-hmm. So the problem becomes like after that turbo, it feels like you're gaining traction and it's just kind of pushing you outside, and you ultimately run into a corner or into the wall.
So one of the fixes that it just kind of happened, I actually don't drive on high turbo, or like always on turbo. Some people do, and they're just like always like just you can hear the car just like winding up because of the turbo. I don't. I only do it like sometimes here and there. So 90% of the time, I don't even hit boost or turbo.
Turbo's an open choice, you guys. It's your responsibility to use it or not.
Yep. So the only time I hit turbo is I'm on full lock and I'm literally trying to get just a little bit more push on the car to like catch up to the next person or to the lead car.
I mean,
or when I'm trying to not get hit by the chase car.
Like, do you really actually use it to get away? Because I don't feel like the speed gain.
So I don't use it to get away. I use it to like not get hit by the car. Does that make sense? If I notice that, like, say I overdrove a corner a little bit and I slowed up, I try to hit boost or turbo to like slightly push my car, just a little jolt of like speed
Mhm.
to not get hit or to not slow down the chase car. Because
Right.
when you're going and you're like all of a sudden you're like, oh crap, I just kind of pushed that a little too hard, and you're sideways. I like to just go zzz, just a little bit, and then I let off, and then back to normal driving.
Is that your turbo sound?
Yeah. Zzz. Well, because it's now. They don't have blow valves.
I mean, we have blowing caps.
That was
Yeah.
that was weird. So yeah, let's talk about that real quick.
Well, hold on. I'm gonna kick everybody out because I'm seeing a request for 100 adhesion and to do and collisions. Do you guys want different map? Yay, nay? I'll let you guys
Oh, there's a Red Rock. Like, go to Red Rock.
go to
Guys,
Red Rock.
go to Red Rock, 100 adhesion.
Okay, hold on.
Same password though.
It doesn't let me pick.
Oh really?
Like,
All right, we're gonna switch rooms, guys.
or at least it didn't let me pick last time. Create. Not that way. Red Rock. 100 collisions.
I don't remember what Red Rock looks like.
Night mode? Do we want night mode?
That'd be kind of cool. I don't know how to turn on. Here, I'm leaving.
I want to see night mode.
Yep,
Oh.
that's a correct one. Room list.
Yeah, it doesn't let me pick a password. It just creates it.
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
What is it?
It's getting there. Technically, everyone should have seen it if they were watching. But the password for all of you is 886529. I repeat, 886529.
That's a new password, guys.
Going to Red Rock at night.
Oh, that's gonna be rough. Like out in the desert.
Oh, it's so dark. Oh. Hey. That's cool. They got the headlights right. Like, it has the like rainbow cutoff.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Okay, so let me pick who I want to watch here. Az is already going at it. Okay. Other things that I want to touch bases with about RPM versus torque. It's a very vague thing, right? Torquey motors will feel good in some cars where it will not feel good in other cars. Like the Yusakani PDS mix that I had did not feel good with the torquey motor. The SX3 that I had did not feel good with the torquey motor.
Yeah, so that's the thing too. It's chassis. Oh shoot.
It's very chassis specific in how you tune your car too, right? So like the PDS mix that I had, it was 100% better with the Hobbywing D10 motor. Stock D10 motor with no guts. It was good. I just had to put a little bit of weight here or there, and it all of a sudden became really, really fast. And it was good. Okay.
Okay, night driving is kind of weird.
Yeah. Because
Like
you probably
driving.
you have to know where you're going.
Hassan just left me behind like that was nothing.
Yeah,
But I
he's
crashed.
okay, so hopefully that gave you a pretty good washed opinion of motors, I guess you could say, of RPM versus torque. Oh, sorry. Wow, spaced it. It's also a balancing point between like how your car is being pitched, right? So just like John was saying, the torque of the motor is it has the ability to like make your car squat, right? Because when your car squats, that's the instant that your car squats, that's kind of when you're building traction. That's where you're getting your go point, or like your soft start, and then you can kind of go from there.
Wait, I'm lost. Asa, where'd you go?
The other way.
Yep, apparently.
Let's see.
Yeah, I think next time we do this, we have to do Discord. There
Yeah.
you are. What's up, buddy?
Oh, John's in the lead. Okay, what else do we got here? Oh, where did I want? Collisions on, drag brake. Okay. We just placed an order for those. Oh, right on. Valino tires and a selection of 30mm overdose work emotion wheels in different colors. Nice. Are you using a wheel to play? I'm not using a wheel to play. I'm using a 7PXR. So,
yeah, I'm using an Xbox controller.
So yes, I did see the whole plug in your receiver to a USB thing. This is my 7PXR here, and I do have a dongle. Mine doesn't look as cool as his does, but mine is definitely cheaper.
Oh, did I hit you? Sorry.
Apparently, our Alex was saying that they're like $100, which is hilarious because I can make them for less than 20.
Okay, so the price on that just went up, guys. It's $50 now. If you have to make that dongle.
I mean, I was literally just handing them out to whoever wanted one.
Yeah, I never got one, by the way.
You never asked.
I did, but then we're just forgetting.
Okay. We should be on 100 adhesion right now, you guys.
Hey, I like this guy.
Who is this guy?
Asa. I can keep up with him. And then whoever keeps hitting me. I think it's Chucky.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Chucky. He's standing like he drives RC cars.
Yeah, so the reason why I don't sell them, you guys, is the fact that it's basically just an open source Arduino project. And literally, if you just go online, if you go to Amazon and buy an Arduino micro, it's as easy as just flashing the micro and making sure that your wires are good. That's it. You terminate a lot of wires. That's all that really happens.
All right, you guys go ahead. I'm gonna park for a second.
So, okay, actually, one thing that I realized about last night is like the vibe of PDX was a lot different than what it has been before, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I did notice that there was a point where like Kevin was like, you can turn your music up, or like we can turn ours down and then you can turn yours up, or something to that effect. So it was kind of cool to be able to see that dynamic, like that shift happen. I didn't hear.
He allows the music after racing.
Mm-hmm.
So once they're done racing, drifters pretty much have the floor.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So it's kind of cool. And I think Judd is the one that's bringing his little speaker. That thing is pretty loud because I sat by it. So, well, I was trying to like drive from a different space or area just to get a feel. So last night wasn't like the best night for me, but it was still pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I was battling the re-R issues. So, but I think I got it partially figured out. I need to figure out the rear suspension, and then that should be good.
Judd says we can have music whenever we want. I've been changing the vibe at PDX. Maybe change the music too.
Mm-hmm.
Or at least make sure that the explicit filter is on, because there are some weird things that came on last night. Just a tip. That's all. Yeah. Yesterday was also the drawing for the MD1.
Mm-hmm.
So that was kind of cool.
Andrew won. So it's cool that we're seeing things. So what I like about PDX the most is like there's actually like some things that would make you go into the shop, not just to go drift, but like I think last Friday was a Hawaiian shirt night.
Mm-hmm.
If you wore your Hawaiian shirt, you got like what is it, like $5 off your entry fee. There's Tuesday hot dogs here and there. $10 Wednesdays. I think Newbie Thursday was on there, something like that. Don't quote me on the Newbie Thursday, but I mean, little promotional like gimmicks like that. I think that's kind of cool. It helps because sometimes you're just not in the mood to like go to a track and like, I just not kind of want to chill. But then if you're like, oh yeah, it's $10 Wednesday, or hey, it's Hawaiian shirt Friday, I think that's kind of cool.
Okay, so if we have another competition, and if I chose to compete, and we put in a novice class, do I get to compete in the novice class?
No.
Oh, why not?
Class. You go in the expert class.
But why? But why? I don't have any points to my name.
That doesn't matter. We've seen you drive. None of the guys will let you drive in novice class.
Yeah, they will. I'm in charge of the tournament brackets. I can put myself in novice class.
But you'd be the only one. Everybody wants to drift with the experts.
Hey, then I get to claim my own class then. Oh, we got a Mustang.
Who was that?
Axial 420.
Oh, he switched out.
Mm-hmm.
Chucky, are you waiting for me?
That is probably a true statement.
Why?
I love seeing the track details. Anyone nerding out over these? Okay, actually, about that, right? Because we've talked about like the dynamics of track like over and over and over again, right? So I see that there's two different like ways that you can go about it, right? One is a highly detailed track where like you can include all the cool details and have it there, but it's kind of like a permanent fixture. Stephen Platt at Dark actually, like his barriers that he built, like remember when he was showing us the track?
Mm-hmm.
Like all of those little modular barriers that they build. So those are kind of cool. I wish we had some of those because we could just pick it up and then move it. It's just like things are permanent that way, right? And that's the only downside of it. But then you move on to the crowd that wants to have track changes like all the time, right? And I feel like that's more of the PDX vibe right now. Is that it's not necessarily more detail or scale as Kevin wants it to be, at least for now, right? Mm-hmm. But it's more the fact that it's like people want track changes, people are getting bored of the track, so keep it interesting, right? And honestly, like the biggest thing that I'm not caring about with the track at Northwest right now is the fact that the whole entire first right side of the track doesn't have any cut through. Like there's no way that you can like miss a corner and then catch right back up. You have to like drive around and wait. Well, yeah, that's all you can do is you just drive around and wait. So yeah, I think we'll need to address that. Although next competition, it'll just be the other side of the track.
Oh crap! I hit a curb.
But yeah, so for just a preview, the next competition is just the other side of the track at Northwest. So be prepared for that. Oh, there's a Supra in teal. Kickin' Wing 18. Is that Judd?
It's hard to keep up.
Dude, you guys in all of this caster. I don't know what it means, to be honest. Like, I know what it means in our RC cars. I don't know what it means in this game. Other than, like, the whole self-steering concept.
It works from...
Well, for those of you who don't know, it's basically... The reason why we have caster in cars is for the whole self-steering side of things. Yeah, I see that. Right on. But yeah, so more caster equals how much faster, I believe, how fast your steering wheel is going to return to normal. Now, actually, question, how does that work with cars that have electronic systems in it?
As far as like electronic steering rack?
Yeah.
So let's see, with mine I have a pretty good amount of caster. Or no, actually, I don't know. So I feel like my steering is too fast in my real car.
Is it disconnected though? Like, is it a completely disconnected system? Or do you have actual, like, are you still a rack and pinion setup in your car?
I think I'm still a rack and pinion setup.
Mm-hmm.
I'd have to investigate that now that you asked. So.
Because that's interesting. I know that Chelsea DeNova was drifting a Mach-E, his wife's Mach-E. He was like, this thing is awesome. Like, I don't... Okay.
Electronic steering is like the gyro for the real cars.
Well, that's the thing, right? Because, like, how is it interacting? Like, is it just based off of, I think I know what this is supposed to do? Or is there no input? I would assume that there's input. Mm-hmm. They probably make it feel exactly like what it's supposed to feel like.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you totally Fast and Furious that semi-trailer.
Nice.
Okay, you guys, any other questions? If not, we might end the stream a little bit earlier. That way we're not just kind of babbling on. And John's gaming face isn't that entertaining either.
I mean, it's serious. It's CarX, dude.
It's CarX. That makes you serious?
Yep.
Well,
good.
So I think I've featured pretty much everyone on here. Mm-hmm. Like, as for whatever they're driving.
Dang, Chuck is at 1,000 or 100K. As at 780.
Yeah, but Asa keeps on changing out his car.
True. All right, do a lap with us, Adam.
Why?
Come on.
Wait, I don't even know where you're at.
Gas station.
That doesn't mean anything to me, remember?
No. Well, okay. Go. Just keep going. You'll see the gas station eventually.
And I will tell you that trying to do this game with the 7PXR is actually a lot. Like, it's easier and it's harder. It's harder in the idea that you don't have as much reaction as a controller does, but it's easier because you don't have this all that reaction that a controller does. Mm-hmm. Oh, and I'll just spin out. Oh, this is where you all are at.
See the gas station. There we're at.
Yeah. Oh, I also don't have like.
Wait for us.
What?
Oh no, you gotta follow us, Adam.
Okay.
All right. Oh, I guess everybody's following you.
Well,
Ozzy,
too
the same
too
side.
late. Too late. Oh,
Which-
Ozzy. Okay. No. I'll just pick up the rear, you guys.
All right. You guys ready?
I want the rear. John, what was that?
I was going too hot. That's my bad. All right, let's fix that.
This totally has vibes of Fast and Furious.
Right
Like,
when we're in the desert.
yeah. And we're all getting it. It's like when you get your food at a restaurant and everyone just gets quiet because they're busy eating.
And we're quiet.
It's so lame.
I mean, I'm trying to talk. I'm trying to keep up with Asa. Asa's actually no. Okay, I saved that. Straight into the wall. So this is pretty cool. I like the chill like drift night like this. It'd be cool like if I can actually do this in real life.
I mean, you can do it in real life.
Yeah, but the stakes in real life is a little bit more expensive, and I could die.
You can die here.
Yeah, but I can press with the reset button. With golden.
See, you can do that. I can't do that.
You can use the keyboard.
Yeah, I'd have to switch to the keyboard. Sorry, guys. I'm slow.
Asa's pretty fast.
Oh, no. You guys can go. You guys... Yeah. Fine.
And next time we need Discord for this.
Okay. So my only... We can't do it on a chat or a stream then. The only reason why I say that is because I don't know who will say what.
Oh, that's true. Okay. If everybody promises to stay clean for the stream, then we could do it.
The Corolla doesn't fit under the semi.
Doesn't fit under the semi. So
It barely fit.
nice.
Barely fit.
There's
Okay, you
that.
guys, I'm gonna check chat one more last time.
Oh, what's the password, Adam? Make
Oh,
one so
password?
Yep.
Password is 886529. And basically what we'll do after this is we can all just hop in the Discord and then chat from there.
Okay, that's what we'll do. We're gonna switch to Discord, guys. We're gonna end the stream here, right? We're ending.
Yep, we're ending because I'm
We're done with
not
Discord.
digging the babbling thing. So, yeah. We'll see you in Discord if you're there. Cool. If not, cool. But, yeah. Anyways, we'll see you next week, probably. If not, I'll probably post, like, a notice saying that we won't be there or be here. But we're doing good. So, hope you guys have a good week. Keep it real. Keep it sideways. I don't want to say keep it sideways. Keep it real. And you guys have a good evening.
All right,
Later.
guys. Good night.